Hi guys, we are going to finish our book, Magic Treehouse, Narwhal on a Sunny Night. Sorry I didn't get to do this for you live, but it just didn't work out for me. I forgot that Jacob had an appointment, but I'm recording it, so hopefully you'll watch this on Seesaw. Or we'll put it on when you're in school so you can see the conclusion of our book, all right? So we are on chapter 9, The Midnight Sun. Jack, Annie whispered, wake up. Jack rubbed his eyes. Where is everyone, he asked. I just checked. They're asleep at the other end of the house, said Annie. We have to go. Now, said Jack. Maybe we should wait till daylight. No, they might get up before then, said Annie. You're right, said Jack. He threw off the warm fur and sat up. Let's go, said Annie. She picked up the burning oil lamp. Jack grabbed his bag. As they crept to the door, snoring came from the other end of the long house. They stopped at the bench by the door. In the dim light of the lamp, they put their coats and hats and mittens on. We should write a note to Leaf, whispered Jack. Good idea, said Annie. Jack pulled out his notebook and pencil from his bag. How's this, he whispered, as he wrote. Dear Leaf, we had to leave suddenly. We are borrowing your rowboat to go back to the bay. We will leave it where we met you. Many thanks to you and your family. Perfect, said Annie. And let's leave him our map, since he liked it so much. Good idea, said Jack. He tore the note from the notebook and placed it on the bench with their map. Jack and Annie pulled on their gloves. Then Annie opened the door. They slipped out of the house. It was freezing outside. But to Jack's surprise, it was sunny. What time is it, he said. I thought it was night. Me too, said Annie, but no one's around, not even the dogs. Hurry. Jack and Annie took off down the hill. In the cold, windy sunlight, they hurried to the shore. Small waves were splashing against the moored Viking ships. Leaf's rowboat was tied to the pier near them. So there's Jack and Annie running back down to where the boats are. Jack and Annie stepped onto the pier. Jack untied the rope. Just as he and Annie were about to climb on board, someone yelled, Stop! Oh no, said Annie. Leaf was limping down the hill towards them. He held their note and map in hand. I heard you, Leaf, he called. Then I read your message. I must take you to your ship. It is not easy to row in the windy waters. But your knee still hurts. I can tell, said Annie. Leaf shrugged. That is not important, he said. We should go quickly so I can return before morning. Morning? I thought it was morning now, said Jack. It is close to midnight, said Leaf. You have come in the time of the midnight sun. I get it, Annie said to Jack, on a day that seems endless with no dark of night. All right, said Jack. Now he remembered the midnight sun. In the far north, the summer sun can still be seen at midnight. Here, you forgot this, said Leaf. He thrust the map and note in Jack's hands. You will need your map to sail your ship home. No, we won't. We know the way, said Jack. You need it more. He handed the map back to Leaf. Oh, Leaf stared at the map as if it were made of gold. I cannot believe you would give me this, he said in a hushed voice. Thank you very, very much. No problem, said Annie. Leaf smiled. Let us go, he said. Jack put the notebook into his coat pocket. Then he and Annie climbed aboard. Leaf sat across from them. He began rowing through the choppy water. Tell me about your land, he said. What is it like? It has everything, said Annie. Mountains and valleys, oceans and rivers. And lakes and forests and grassy plains, said Jack. And farms, small towns, huge towns called cities. With the wind at their backs, Leaf rowed swiftly. The water was bathed in a gold mist. Soon, Leaf rowed the boat from Eric's Inlet into the bay. You can drop us off there, said Jack. He pointed to the shore where they had saved the narwhal. But where is your ship? Asked Leaf. I'm really sorry, but we promised the person who owns it that we would not show it to anyone, said Annie. I understand, said Leaf, nodding. We must always honor our promises. You should hurry home before your mom and dad wake up. They'll be worried if they find you missing. Yes, said Leaf, smiling. They will think I have sailed away with you. They know I am eager to travel to faraway places. Leaf rowed the boat to shore, and Jack and Annie hopped out of the boat. Goodbye, the Viking boy said. Thank you again for your map. I promise I will make good use of it. And I promise you will have great success, said Jack. Do you really think so? Asked Leaf. Absolutely, said Annie. Leaf raised his arms over his head and clenched his fists. Yay, he said. Jack and Annie laughed. Leaf waved goodbye. Using his oars, he pushed his boat off the shore. I hope your knee feel better soon, called Annie. I have already forgotten about it, Leaf called back. Then he rode away through the soft light of the Arctic night. Leaf's really tough and brave, said Annie. He'll make a good explorer someday. Yeah, a great one, said Jack. He took a deep breath. I guess we can go now. Jack and Annie walked around the bend in the shore. Annie gasped. Jack, look. What? Said Jack. There in the water at the edge of the ice. A narwhal, whispered Jack. It's our narwhal, whispered Annie. Chapter 10. A Word That Glows. Hi, you're back, said Annie. The narwhal was about 10 feet away. He was swimming near a sheet of ice that jutted out from the shore. His ivory tusk was pointed at them. Is there something wrong with him, said Jack. Why is he here? He wants to tell us something, said Annie. How do you know, said Jack. I just know, said Annie. I'm going out to talk to him. I'm going to crawl in the ice. No, don't, said Jack. It could crack. Don't worry, it's really thick, said Annie. It's probably been here for thousands of years. Annie stepped onto the packed ice. Then she got on her hands and knees and began crawling towards the narwhal. Careful, said Jack. I got it, said Annie, reaching the edge of the ice. The narwhal raised his head above the water. Hi, you, what's up? Why did you come back? The narwhal made noises that sounded like a door creaking. Then he tapped Annie's head with his unicorn horn. Annie laughed. Oh, thank you, she said. The narwhal turned and swam away. He soon disappeared into the water. Annie crawled back towards Jack. She stepped off the sheet of ice and onto the shore. That was so cool, she said. What happened? Said Jack. Simple, said Annie. He came back to thank us. You're kidding, said Jack. No, that's basically what he said. Thanks. And then I said, thanks back. That's all? That's enough, said Annie. Jack took a deep breath. Okay, now we have to leave. He and Annie quickly walked over the slope. The treehouse was still sitting on the pebbly shore. It was lit by the orange and red light of the midnight sun. Jack and Annie slipped through the window. Annie grabbed the Pennsylvania book that always took them home. She pointed the photo of Frog Creek Woods. I wish we could go there, she said. But nothing happened. The wind did not start to blow. Why aren't we leaving, said Jack. Let's look at our rhyme, at that last verse. Jack pulled the rhyme out of his bag. He read it aloud. Explore different worlds. Show friends where to go. Okay, we did that. We showed our friends where to go. We gave Leaf our map. And we showed the narwhal how to escape from the shallow water. Yeah, we did all that, said Jack, and I wasn't even thinking about the rhyme. Read the rest, said Annie. Jack read the last two lines. Unite all these worlds with a word that will glow. I forgot about those lines too, said Jack. What do they mean? What's the word? I don't know, but if it glows, it must be written down somewhere. Check your notebook. Jack pulled out his notebook, and he and Annie looked at it together. Oh, man, I forgot to take any notes. What about our Greenland book? He took out the Greenland book and thumbed through it. Nothing glowing here. Wait, what about our message to Leaf's family? Said Annie. Jack reached into his pocket and pulled out the crumpled note. He and Annie looked at it together. Nothing, said Jack. Hold on, said Annie. Look at the letter T. Annie pointed at the letter T near the bottom of their note. The letter seemed a little brighter than the other letters. Then suddenly it glowed like it was on fire. Next to the T, the letter H grew brighter. Then A, then the next letter, N. One by one, the letters grew brighter until THANKS was all aglow. Thanks? That's the word. Thanks? Why thanks? I'll explain it when we get back, said Annie. We can go now. Annie pointed at the picture of Frog Creek again. I wish we could go there, she said. The wind started to blow. Yay, it worked, said Jack. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and faster. And then everything was still. Absolutely still. Warm air filled the treehouse. No time at all had passed in Frog Creek. The sky was still dark blue. The first stars were out. Jack and Annie were wearing their summer clothes again. Welcome home, said Annie. Jack sighed with relief. Frog Creek seemed especially nice in the soft twilight. The woods smelled of green trees and green plants. Let's go, said Jack. He left Morgan's rhyme and the Greenland book and their note for Leaf on the floor of the treehouse. Then he put his notebook in his backpack and headed down the rope ladder. Annie followed. As Jack and Annie started through the woods, the air was filled with the sounds of crickets and frogs. So, do you get it about thanks? Annie asked. Sort of, but it seems so ordinary, said Jack. People say it all the time, and they don't even think about it. Exactly, said Annie, so let's think about it. Okay, said Jack. You say thanks when someone helps you, or is nice to you, or gives you a gift, right? Asked Annie. Yeah, said Jack. Leaf helped us free the narwhal, and we said thanks. His parents gave us food. We said thanks. We gave Leaf our map, and he said thanks. The narwhal came back and said thanks, and I thanked him for thanking us and for just being amazing. There's Jack and Annie going through the Frog Creek woods back to their house. They're not in Greenland anymore. I got that, but what does thanks do? Said Jack. Annie took a deep breath. Okay, this is the important part, she said. When the Vikings say thanks to us and we thank them, our worlds join with their world. We unite our worlds. Like the rhyme said so, 2 worlds, 1,000 years apart, come together. Whoa, that's cool, said Jack. Jack and Annie came out of the woods and started down the sidewalk. There's more, said Annie. When the narwhal says thanks, our world joins with his world. A world in the darkest deep sea that no one knows much about. But if people really knew how to thank narwhals just for being amazing and how to hear their thanks, it could change everything. Like, it might save them if they're ever in danger. She sounded close to tears. Do you get it now? Yeah, I actually do, said Jack. Thanks to you. No, thanks to you, said Annie. No, you, said Jack. You, said Annie. You, said Jack. Thanks to both of us, shouted Annie. Come on, we're late, said Jack. He and Annie ran down their dark street. They crossed their yard and dashed up the porch steps and banged through the front door. Mom, Dad, we're home, shouted Annie. Thanks for everything, yelled Jack. All right, so that's the end of the story. But here's an author's note from this book. So here's a fact. Eric the Red was a real famous Viking explorer. Around AD 982, he was the first European to discover Greenland. So that's true. That's something that really happened, even though it was in a book that isn't necessarily true. Eric's son, Leif Erikson, known as Leif the Lucky, led the first European expedition to the mainland of North America 500 years before Christopher Columbus. Here's the fiction part, though. Jack and Annie gave Leif a map to help him get there. That's not true. Leif found it on his own because Jack and Annie are just made-up characters that kind of help us learn and be entertained a little bit. So there's that picture again of Jack and Annie with Leif and Eric the Red in their village in Greenland. So maybe someday we'll learn more about the Vikings and some of those real people that were in this not-so-real book. Okay? So that's the end of our story, Magic Treehouse, Narwhal on a Sunny Night. I'll have another couple Magic Treehouse books that we'll either read. I'll either do them live or I'll record them and send you guys the link. So, or maybe, hopefully, we'll be able to maybe get some story time live and in person in school. So, we'll see you guys later. Actually, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.